Hey guys, it's Anime Bullsy here, and today we are going to be doing the last part, the 10th part, to What If Goku Was a Legendary Super Saiyan. When I mean last, I don't mean absolute last. Once the next few chapters of Dragon Ball Super are uploaded, I'll probably come back to this What If and update it. As of now, this is basically the furthest the Dragon Ball Super manga has gotten to. And before I continue, the Dragon Ball Super manga will continue on in this part. The Dragon Ball Super anime ends in this part too, so if you don't want to see any spoilers from the manga, do not watch this part. Please like the video as it helps with the video's algorithm, and subscribe. It's totally free and you can unsubscribe when you want. There's nothing much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
As Jiren throws a hook towards Goku, he drops swiftly and punches him in the stomach with his new Mastered Ultra Instinct or MUI form. Jiren coughs out blood and spit before stumbling sideways. As he does this, Goku kicks him right in the chest and launches him back about 10 meters. Both fighters close the distance and punch each other's fists, breaking the hand of Jiren. Next, Goku swerves his body the other way and lands a precise liver shot, knocking Jiren right off his game. Jiren tries to strike his head, but the godly Saiyan evades the hit with unbelievable speed and kicks him in the side of the throat, making him cough uncontrollably. How could this be? Jiren shouts furiously, releasing a powerful aura and destroying the rock below him. He's using his full power now. Goku doesn't seem fazed and is ready to handle whatever comes his way. Jiren almost appears behind Goku, who just punches him in his nose. As Jiren lands back on the ground, Goku throws a left punch to his abdomen, then jumps up to crash into his chin with his knee. The force shatters the man's jaw and leaves masses of blood to come pouring out of his mouth. The sight isn't pleasing at all, but Goku is simply determined to win. The rest of the Universe 7 fighters just sit to watch their hero take the win for them. They have managed to deal with everyone else since Vegeta is the third strongest fighter here and can definitely handle his own. Drops of blood seep through Jiren's permanently open mouth as it has been basically crushed. "You pest," Jiren mumbles with his deformed jaw. Goku, who cocks back his fist far back, zooms forwards and punches Jiren in the stomach so hard that he slides to the edge of the ring. Goku begins charging up his very own divine Kamehameha, and his companions also charge up energy waves to help with the blast. The scene would bring a tear to someone's eyes. Every person is putting their all into this one attack. Gohan's Kamehameha, Trunks' Big Tree Cannon, everyone's best attack. Now, Goku shouts to his friends, who all release the attack right at Jiren. The burly warrior decides to try and catch every single attack, but in seconds he is pushed off the ring and eliminated. Universe 11 is eliminated and Universe 7 completely dominate the tournament. This is due to some of their members having so much power that others were less affected and involved in their current battles. For example, Piccolo never had to deal with the trio de danger because Gohan was able to take them all out on his own. The wish is given to Universe 7, who wish for all the universes to return. The universes then leave back to their home realms, and some are able to go and train with Beerus again. Goten is stuck at home with Chi-Chi to catch up with his studying, but Trunks is able to go right on to train. As Trunks and Vegeta arrive, Beerus confronts them when everyone else is training. "You two, you both surprised me out in that tournament. I have a certain gift for you." Vegeta raises a brow in confusion since Beerus has never seemed like the type to give out gifts. "I will teach you both something," Beerus states. Trunks, who is now much closer to his father in height, asks, "Teach us what?" "Destruction." Some good time passes, or however much time passes in canon, and the time of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie has come around. I will actually be talking about this movie since it is completely canon. Everything about the movie goes pretty much the same until Broly actually turns Super Saiyan and is forced to face a newly powered Goku. As Broly goes crazy in the new volcanic scenery, Goku powers up past this and reaches his Super Saiyan Saiyan form. He engulfs in a Saiyan pure aura and doesn't hold anything back anymore. Now Goku is around 15 times his canon self's base in his base, with this form also being a 10 times multiplier on Super Saiyan Blue. He is 150 times his canon Super Saiyan Blue self. With this new power, he is much more of a threat to Broly. The raging fighter charges at Goku, but he slips past a punch and punches his stomach extremely hard. It stops his opponent in his tracks and leaves him stunned, even with his blind rage. Goku then kicks him back powerfully and follows after him, zooming through the rocks in his bright aura. Broly slams through an entire rock hill before getting kicked into the air by Goku. The Super Saiyan turns while airborne to try and throw down the Ki Blast, only to get hit by a prepared God Eraser cannon. So Goku is a legendary Super Saiyan and we don't know if more than one can exist. In one universe, that is. Kale is in universe 6, so there could easily just be one each in the twin universes. If I can or you can find anything to prove this thought process wrong, please tell me and I will promptly switch up the plot. At the end of the day, we don't even know if Kale is an actual legendary Super Saiyan. We don't even know if Broly is either. Their forms could just be similar to Super Saiyan Rage, for example. This means that this is Broly's unfortunate limit. Broly is left weak and injured, stumbling over his feet. Goku just zooms forward with his same pale eyes and punches Broly in the same position he once did, making him revert to his base. Goku, even though he has a much stronger battle instinct from this form, knows when he should stop. He lets Broly go and he is able to be let heal by the remaining Z fighters. Frieza just leaves on his ship, hoping to stir up some more problems in the future for the Saiyans. Also, this means that Broly sticks around a little longer. He has been healed, but he wants to stay for a little while to train with his new Super Saiyan brothers. Anyway, he has nowhere to go back to with his dead father. I'll just say that Chi Lai follows after Broly and sticks around on Earth for a while. Even with this little amount of time, his power level is able to jump far past his once full limit. Goku and Broly are known for their power jumps, and Goku is able to settle a fair distance in strength between the likes of him and Vegeta. He is now around 50% stronger than Vegeta, who is 15 times his Kan himself, so Goku has grown to 22.5 times his Kan himself. This is mainly due to his genetic legendary status as a Saiyan. The Moro arc comes along, and now Merus comes for just Goku and Vegeta. Buu was taken out by the group in the Buu Saga, and so was the Lord of Lords. However, there is quite an easy fix to this dilemma: the Dragon Balls. They don't know of the Lord of Lords or anything yet, so Goku, Vegeta and actually Broly are taken away by the trainee angel Merus. Merus talks to them about the Lord of Lords and where Buu is. Goku says that he was taken out long ago, but he could easily be wished back by the Dragon Balls. Before they make too much distance between Earth, Goku teleports back and finds the Dragon Balls that they all had but just didn't use. Well, actually, Goku doesn't teleport back, they just go back on the ship, since Goku doesn't have instant transmission in this What If. Goku summons Shenron and promptly asks for Buu to be revived. This shocks the likes of Bulma and Krillin, who are also there. Once he is revived, he then wishes for the fighters to be of good heart, making him not a threat at all. The Dragon Balls then disperse and Goku returns to the spaceship, bringing Buu in the process. This also means that Hercule doesn't have a good relationship with Buu, but it doesn't mean their relationship couldn't brew in the future. However, Buu still ends up sleeping as in the manga, much to Merus' annoyance. They arrive on planet Namek and Vegeta is still first up against Moro. Things go similarly, except he dominates Moro in his god form alone. Moro's gap between Super Saiyan God Vegeta and himself is much larger since he is many times stronger. Moro eventually starts attacking in fury with the life force of the planet and absorbs some of it, making himself appear even younger. Vegeta, now in his base form, starts powering up and only manages to reach Super Saiyan. What's going on? I intended to transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Moro chuckles before clashing with Vegeta. Even if he is 50 times stronger, he is far below Moro and is slammed into some rocks behind him. The two Saiyans still get drained of ki and sleep for 3 days, eventually being healed by the Namekian in a secret location. Moro still has 3 Dragon Balls but ends up facing Buu in battle once he awakes. Buu powers up once he remembers the fighter and flies at him. Moro tries to use a life force barricade, but Buu manages to force through it, punching him in the face. Also, Buu's life force stays steady since the draining of his life force is impossible. Buu eventually takes the upper hand and starts to deal with much more damage with his attacks. Buu kicks him into the ground and slams onto the warrior's ribs, creating 4 extra arms out of his pink mass. He throws several punches in quick succession and heavily injures Moro, sliding him up to the ground towards a rock. Moro just coughs blood after this interrogation, but the sky darkens. Porunga has been summoned. Moro manages to gain his full magic power again and kills his assistant after having used a young Namekian for the wishes. Moro releases all of the convicts that rush across Namek. Goku and Vegeta both ascend into their god forms, but Goku goes into Legendary Super Saiyan God, which is a 5th the strength of his Super Saiyan Blue form. Just for your info, Goku is actually weaker than Vegeta overall. Super Saiyan Blue evolution is about twice the strength of Super Saiyan Saiyan, so if Goku is only 50% stronger than Vegeta, their strongest forms means Vegeta still edges him out slightly. Goku and Vegeta take out several convicts with little effort. Goku punches one in the head and Cyril kicks another down to the ground. This convict slams his head, but after the kick, Goku reverts to Legendary Super Saiyan. He gets kicked in his back, but is still able to hold his own against the convicts, even in this weakened form. However, he falls back into Super Saiyan and gets punched in the stomach, then hooked across the face. Vegeta is also having a tough time, but then someone arrives. He was quite scared to fight such a strong warrior, but once he sees Goku and Vegeta losing, he arrives and lands ahead of all the soldiers. Broly. Broly's base form is able to handle God Vegeta and he begins shaking the ground with his power up. He transforms into a Super Saiyan and this makes him around equal to Super Saiyan Blue Goku. He dashes through the warriors and breaks them apart with just running. His explosive speed and strength dismantles the Convicts swiftly. His rage also aids him in his battle ferocity and fierceness. He kills a Convict with a slam but then shoots out a Ki blast to his side, following with a heel kick to another. However, he falls out of Super Saiyan and gets punched in the face by a Convict. It leaves him a light bruise, but that's all it does really. He knees such Convict in the chest then backhands another Convict, before releasing several Ki blasts at the remaining fighters. However, each Ki blast spewed from his hands is weaker and weaker each time. He is getting weaker in his base form. Goku and Vegeta are still in a troublesome situation and Vegeta can't think of Yardrat to go to. This is because the group hadn't landed on Yardrat after the Namek saga. Goku doesn't have instant transmission so he can't easily flee the scene. Broly gets kicked by two warriors and is hurled back towards his other Saiyan comrades. Meris arrives, shooting the criminals from a distance and Jacko is there to aid too. "We have to get that ship and get out of here," Goku shouts, pointing at the ship in the distance. All three warriors, Goku, Vegeta and Broly, decide to fly off to train with Meris. Goku is the main focus while Broly will just have to hope his power level has drastic increases as usual. The 5 people leaving the Lord of Lords is able to leave through his intra-transmission ability. The 5 people in the ship leave the planet they were once on and head away from the planet to their HQ. Once they get there, Meris tries to test Broly on his latent abilities since he is surprised by the power he showcased on the planet they were just on. "Broly, do you have any training in Ultra Instinct?" he asks, swiveling his staff. "No." This reply catches Meris off guard quite a little bit, but it is the truth anyway. It's just very direct and short. "Well then, show me what you've got." Broly grits his teeth and transforms into his Akari form. He finds it somewhat hard to control himself, but finds it easier if he fuels his anger directly into fighting. Broly zooms across the small arena they have made and clashes with Meris. If Broly is 50 times weaker than Super Saiyan Blue Goku, this means he is around equal to Super Saiyan God Goku. Therefore, this places his Akari form at around Goku's legendary Super Saiyan God form. They go blow for blow and Broly seems to be doing quite well, however Meris is clearly suppressing himself. He swivels his staff and strikes Broly away with one hit. As he is blasted away, he bubbles up with rage and powers up, nearly destroying the arena he is placed in. "Stop Broly, this place will blow," Goku shouts, holding a pillar beside him. Meris just smirks as he can see the potential in the Saiyan. If this is just a basic Saiyan transformation, he could rival the God of Destruction with God Ki, Meris states, watching his aura slowly die down. On Earth, Shimareka, 7-3 and Yumba arrive through a portal and 7-3 tries to steal Piccolo's power. However, Piccolo is able to evade slightly before being grabbed. As he sees the beginning of conflict, Piccolo begins using Kaioken times 10 and kicks 7-3 away. Next, a few others arrive: Gohan, Goten and Trunks. Since we saw Krillin tussling with Yumba in the canon, we can safely say that Yumba scales far below these warriors that have just arrived on the lookout. And he does by a lot. I mean, base Gohan in this what if can definitely take out Krillin from the canon, so it's an immediate win for him and his friends. Yumba catches sight of Goten and flies towards him with an arrogant smirk since he thinks he's weak and a child. However, Goten just speed blitzes and kicks a large criminal in the stomach, launching him away and almost killing him really. Once Shimareka sees this, he tries to run away in fear, but Goten just launches a Ki blast at him and knocks him out. With 7-3 being the only person left awake and with no power from Piccolo, he's finished. Piccolo steps ahead of all the Saiyans and begins using his incredible powerful aura of a god form. On top of that, the lookout rumbles as he fuses the first form of Kaioken in with aura of a god. This heavily increases his power and makes him more than enough to take 7-3 out. He flies forwards at high speed, then kicks the warrior through the entire lookout. Once this happens, he flies around as to not damage the lookout more than kicks 7-3 sideways. The android gets launched through part of the flying rock and is left to tumble down to the ground. In his last ditch effort, he uses the power of the porcupine-like species he had just encountered. Several quills launch at Piccolo, but he becomes a blur as he dodges every single one with ease. Increasing his speed, he almost immediately catches up to 7-3 and severs his body with a high pressure kick. With the remaining part of the android's body, he swivel kicks him away and launches him through several rocks. "Mr. Piccolo's insane, I couldn't beat him in a fight unless I went God mode," Goten says in admiration of the hard-working Namekian's power. His godlike aura fades and he also rids himself of Kaioken. As Sagambo, the right hand man of Moro, doesn't hear anything back from the three, he decides to inform Moro of it. After this, Moro decides to send people down there and aid in their mission, as there seems to have been some interference. During this time too, the three Saiyans have fully completed their training and have much more power than before. Vegeta has further developed his destruction powers and is nearing the power of Ultra Ego. His perfected Super Saiyan Blue evolution is now far easier for him to do too. Goku is actually able to use his Ultra Instinct Saiyan form at will, and with this he has surpassed Vegeta by quite a large margin. Also, his base is around quadruple Vegeta, so once again he has been left in the dust by the legendary Super Saiyan. Broly still has unquantifiable levels of strength. He is now capable of Super Saiyan 3 and his base power has skyrocketed. With 6 months of training, his Super Saiyan form now rivals Super Saiyan Saiyan Goku. With Super Saiyan 3, he is easily the second strongest of the three Saiyans. Vegeta is lacking behind and he knows this. This makes him more keen to see what powers are out there after this entire event is finished. The three warriors are ultra confident now and have tens of times more power than their canon selves, and Merus has far more confidence in them now, especially in Broly. So that will conclude the 10th and last for now part of What If Goku Was a Legendary Super Saiyan. Tell me something you liked about the video or something that I should improve on for the next part in the comments. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.